there, YouTube. This is Vargas XX78. A little under the weather because I'm getting over a cold. But here again with another comic book collection pickup video. I just wanted to share with you guys the comic books that have been waiting for me at the comic book store for the last 5 weeks actually. If I lose my train of thought or I sniffle a lot, I apologize. Like I said, I have a cold. But unlike the last comic book video where I had very few comic books, these last 5 weeks had a bunch of comic books. So I just wanted to share with you guys the haul of this month. So first off, we have Amazing Spider-Man issue 5. Spider-Man is still this world-trotting superhero, making international deals and fighting crime, and it's not as bad as I thought it would be. I'm still not digging it as much as when he was a teacher or when he was in Horizon, but I don't know, it's weird because it's cool to see Peter Parker live up to his potential, which is why I like the idea of him working in Horizon, but I do feel that they're pushing him too much like a Tony Stark kind of guy, so yeah. This is Amazing Spider-Man issue 6, where Mr. Negative returns, and the big thing also is that Cloak and Dagger return, and they appear to be working for Mr. Negative, so that might, pan out to be something really interesting. Marvel's still doing this. It's still doing the .1 and .2. This kind of like side stories. This is Spider-Man 1.1, and this is Spider-Man 1.2. Didn't know that these were side stories, or I think it's going to be like 5 issues, like that war crime story that they did last year. Actually, it's pretty good. That's why I'm going to keep collecting the last 3 issues. I think it's 3 issues, but it's not that bad. But they're really pumping Spider-Man comic books a lot. Picked up Aliens vs. Vampirella. This is a 6-issue miniseries. Vampirella was infected by a facehugger, and the xenomorph that came out of her is this big alien queen that's part vampire. So I thought that was pretty awesome. This is pretty awesome. So we'll see how everything concludes next issue. This is Batman and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Part 2. This is an amazing comic book still. The first one was super hyped, and I liked it. This has the battle between Batman and the Turtles, and Batman owns the Turtles. The Turtles can't even touch Batman. Really cool. I really like this, and the Shredder looks pretty impressive too. So definitely happy that this is a thing, and that it's awesome. And I'm gonna pick up the rest of the 6 issues because it's a 6-issue miniseries. This is way better than I could have imagined. This is The Dark Knight 3: The Master Race. This is okay. The artwork by Kubert is pretty cool, and the writing between Miller and Nasarello is also cool. It's better than the second one, I could definitely say that. I don't collect the Deadpool monthly, but I do like the small miniseries that come out. The Deadpool Kills trilogy was amazing, and Night of the Living Deadpool was pretty cool. And this is Spider-Man and Deadpool. You could say that they're basically the same character. I mean, Spider-Man was the first wisecracker, and Deadpool's pretty much it. It's like a combination between Wolverine and Spider-Man, because they're both wisecrackers. But this is an interesting thing. The last time I remember them teaming up was in an issue of Amazing Spider-Man. So seeing these two guys interact is always cool. It's a little bit more I thought it was going to be more expensive. It's a $3.99 book, but it comes with a bonus book, so I thought that was pretty cool for Marvel. However, this one is more expensive, and it doesn't have any special things added. But this is Deadpool and Cable. Cable died, then he came back. So Cable's a weird character. He's the son of Cyclops and Jean Grey's clone that was sent to the future. Cable has a really weird, convoluted storyline. And a couple of years ago, he had a team-up book with Deadpool. So they brought them back for this miniseries. I think it's a 3-issue miniseries. It's pretty good. Looking forward to the Deadpool movie. It's going to come out in February. Definitely going to watch that. So, like I said, I don't collect the Deadpool monthly, but these miniseries are always fun. So yeah, we're going to have 2 this couple of months. This is Justice League 46, continuing the Darkseid War. It's been really good. It's been really good. This is issue 47. here the crime syndicate gets back together, and they're gonna have to team up with the Justice League and the Justice League members that got evolved into New Gods, so to take down the Anti-Monitor. So I'm really digging this a lot, but yeah, it's the timeline in this doesn't really make any sense because events that are happening in other books don't fit with this, so the timeline's really messed up with this. Picked up Mega Man 55, and it turns out this is the last issue of the Mega Man comic books by Archie. I really didn't collect the Mega Man series. I only picked up the issues that crossed over with Sonic in Worlds Collide and Worlds Unite, but I didn't know this was the last issue, but I mainly picked it up because Dr. Light, the preview that I read for this is Dr. Light gets hit by a temporal energy beam, and he travels through all the different timelines in the Mega Man universe. So he actually goes to, and the timeline that they've set up for this is he goes to the X timeline, then he goes to the Mega Man Zero timeline, then the Mega Man XZ timeline, and then finally the Mega Man Legends timeline. So this issue basically covers all of the timeline that they've established for Mega Man. So I thought that was pretty cool, and that's the reason why I picked it up. But like I said, I didn't know that this was the last issue. So yeah, this is pretty cool, and I love the Mega Man character. I was never really that good at the Mega Man games. My brother was the one that beat them way easier than I did, but he was a great addition in Smash Brothers, and I hope they do something more with the original Mega Man. This is one of the Simpsons one-shots. Decide Your Own Destiny, Grandpa Simpson's Unbelievable Adventures. It's basically a little one-shot where Grandpa Simpson tells these stories, and you can choose, where you want to go by flipping the page. It's actually pretty cool, and it's the cheapest book I got. Actually, no, it's just $3.99. I thought it was $2.99. Never mind. But that was pretty cool. Picked up Superman issue 47. Superman finally defeats this techno thing that he's been fighting. What can I say? This Superman isn't doing it for me that much. Picked up the annual, where they're setting up a big battle between Superman and Vandal Savage. So that promises to be big, and we'll see how that fleshes out. And what I'm enjoying a lot is this one. This is, like I said, the return of my Superman before the New 52. This is Superman, Lois, and Clark, where the Superman from the old universe, along with Lois Lane and his son, are living in the New 52. So Superman is behind the shadows trying to work in secret to prevent some of the bigger events. In this one, he actually saves Hank Henshaw from becoming the cyborg Superman. So, yeah, that's really interesting. And I really like the writing, because, again, that's my Superman. Picked up Secret Wars issue 9. This thing finally came out. This is the last issue of that big Marvel event. It was originally going to be 8 issues, but they pushed it to 9. But this thing has had so many freaking delays that it really got annoying, and I really lost interest in it because everything rebooted, and this thing still didn't come out. But eventually, it has come out, and it's the Marvel superheroes trying to defeat God Emperor Doom. They do defeat Doctor Doom, and everything's resetted. And what? A spoiler if you haven't read it, but what ends up happening to the Fantastic Four, at least the Richardses, is that they have absorbed the Beyonders. They absorbed the power from Doctor Doom and the Molecule Man and the Beyonders. So Reed Richards, the good Reed Richards, the 616 Reed Richards, Sue Richards, Valeria, and Franklin are traveling, through the multiverse, creating new realities. They're kind of like the architects of the new world. The new multiverse. So yeah, I guess that's how they're gonna explain how they're out of the Marvel universe, because I think it's pressure from Marvel to try to get the rights back from Fox. And then after the abysmal performance of the Fantastic Four movie, I don't think that's going to take too long. But it's weird that they've basically literally taken out of the main Marvel universe, the Fantastic Four. So yeah, it's a good ending, but the delays just... I'm a huge mark for what-if stories and alternate realities and stuff like that. but the constant delays I just lost interest on the book. It's still a good book, but it would have been a lot better 3 months ago. Picked up Star Wars Darth Vader issue 14, continuing the Darth Vader down storyline, where Darth Vader is on a quest to track down Luke Skywalker, because now he knows it's his son. And that continues in Star Wars 15, where we see Chewbacca take down that bounty hunter Wookiee, and Chewbacca owns this bounty hunter Wookiee. And then it continues in Star Wars Darth Vader issue 15. Luke is able to escape with Leia, Han Solo, and Chewbacca. But they also abduct the architect that was working for Darth Vader. This was a cool crossover, and again, this new Star Wars comic book and the Darth Vader comic book are canon. So this is canon in the new Star Wars universe. And I picked up Darth Vader Annual. I enjoyed this one a lot more than the Star Wars Annual. Because the writing is good, and it has Leinil Francis Yu artwork here, and I love Leinil Francis Yu's artwork, so this was pretty awesome. This is a miniseries that they've been releasing a lot of miniseries, but I haven't picked all of them up. I didn't pick up the Lando Calrissian, I didn't pick up the Princess Leia or the Chewbacca, but I was interested in this one because this is Obi-Wan and Anakin. So this is a small story that takes place before episode 1, it's between episode 1 and episode 2, where Obi-Wan is still training Anakin Skywalker as a Padawan. So I'm interested in seeing that. This is, I'm pretty sure this is the first mention of the prequels that Disney and Marvel Comics has actually done. They've made references to it in the Vader comic books, but because it's Anakin, but to actually see them release something linked to the prequels, which a lot of people hate, is interesting. So I wanted to pick it up, and it's a good read. I definitely like that one. Picked up Swamp Thing. This is going to be a mini-series. I'm bummed out it's not going to be a monthly series, but this is going to be a mini-series. This is the cheapest book. It's $2.99. I'm really happy that it's a cheap book, but I guess it goes to show that DC doesn't have that much faith in Swamp Thing. But this was pretty good. The artwork by Kelly Jones is dark. I like his artwork, but I'm not like a huge fan. But this was pretty good. It has Swamp Thing finding a zombie, and he gets ripped in half. So I like this. I like this a lot, and I'm hoping that this is like a test run. If this miniseries does really well, that they're going to bring Swamp Thing back, because I love Swamp Thing. Picked up Extraordinary X-Men issue 4, where Sinister comes back. Honestly, out of all the X-Men villains, Sinister is the one I hate the most. I just can't stand Mr. Sinister. They always kill him. He always comes back. He always has a lame-ass plan to evolve mutants. He always has an obsession with the Summers. He's an annoying character, and I hate Mr. Sinister. I don't know why they keep bringing him back. He's a terrible antagonist, and there's nothing interesting about Mr. Sinister, but they brought him back. And this time around, the thing that Mr. Sinister wants to do is that, because he's seen that the Terrigen Mists are killing off mutants, he's basically giving up on mutant kind. So now what he wants to do is that he wants to fuse inhuman DNA with mutant DNA to create a hybrid. And at the end of the issue, he creates a Cyclops hybrid clone thing, which is what they're fighting. And Old Man Logan joins the Extraordinary X-Men team. So this was pretty good. I like the artwork. I like the writing. It was pretty good. But the fact that they brought back Sinister annoys me. I freaking hate Mr. Sinister. Picked up Uncanny X-Men issue 1. I was debating whether or not to pick this one. Because it's basically X-Force. It's Magneto taking a team of mutants to take down mutant kind's threat now that they're endangered again. I like Psylocke. I like Psylocke a lot. Glad she's part of the team, but she's been a part of the team of most X-Force books. I don't know what they did to Angel. He's now Archangel again. I don't know how the hell that works. They have Monette. I'm not a big fan of Monette. They have the Axis inverted Sabretooth, so he's still good. And they have Magneto doing whatever Magneto does. So it's X-Force, but I like the idea, so I picked it up. Picked up All New Wolverine issue 3. Love All New Wolverine. I'm excited about this book. I'm looking forward to Old Man Logan too. And I'm really digging All New Wolverine. I like how Laura has become a legacy character, and she's following through on the legacy of Logan. Do I miss the 616 Wolverine? Sure, definitely. But I'm excited about this. I'm genuinely happy that this is a thing, that X-23 is the new Wolverine, and she's keeping the legacy alive. Because after Inversion, Sabretooth was supposed to be going to be the new Wolverine, and that idea sucked. But I'm so much more happy that X-23 is the new Wolverine. And picked up Only Wolverine issue 4. Great. It has an appearance by Doctor Strange. Picked up Wonder Woman issue 47, which is the last book I picked up, where Wonder Woman fights the cheetah. So yeah, this is, I don't know, this has been hit or miss. It hasn't really reached the peak of the Azzarello run, but it's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. So I'll keep collecting Wonder Woman. You know, somewhere down the line, I'm hoping that as my daughter grows older, she'll enjoy comic books, and she'll be able to read the older Wonder Womans and the new female Wolverine. So that was pretty cool. So yeah, that was the pickup videos. Like I said, a lot of reading, a lot of good reading. I don't know the next following months how many books I'm gonna pick up. This happened because of Christmas and New Year, and then they start pumping out series like crazy. But like always, I like to recommend the standout books of the haul. I'm gonna recommend the Darth Vader Annual, mostly because of the artwork. Like I said, I'm a huge Lionel Francis Yu mark. I love his artwork. I'm hoping that one day I'll be able to own a piece of original art. He's not everyone's style. Not a lot of people are fans of his artwork, but I really dig it. His run on Wolverine was great. Let's see. Gonna recommend Superman Lewis and Clark. I hope this book does really well, and that this Superman replaces this Superman, because I'm not a fan of that Superman. I'm gonna recommend, if you're a fan of Mega Man, definitely give that one a shot. I don't know if they're gonna reboot it or do something else with the Mega Man character, but I think that was pretty cool. But the one that I'm definitely gonna recommend as soon as I get to it is this one, Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's, you know, if you lived in the 80s, this is a crazy concept that I personally never saw coming, and now it's here and it's awesome. It's the Batman against the Turtles. It's freaking amazing. I want to see Batman take on the Shredder. That's what I'm looking forward to out of this book. I want to see Batman take the fight to Shredder and have a fight between them. That would be amazing. So yeah, definitely recommend the book. Now, I don't know if it's true or not, but the girl that attended me at the comic book store said the first issue and this second issue were sold out. So maybe that's an indication of how awesome it is. But if you can't get the originals, I'm sure that DC will publish a graphic novel print of like a week after the last issue releases. But some good reading. I'm excited. I'm excited about comic books. I'm not picking up Avengers. I've actually dropped a whole bunch of titles. So yeah, I'm only gonna stick to Spider-Man, X-Men, Batman, Superman, and Simpsons, and that's it. So yeah, but still, great reading, great artwork. Love comic books. Keep collecting comic books. They're beautiful. They're amazing, and each issue literally is, I think, a work of art. But yeah. So that was the comic book collection pickup video. Like always, thanks so much for watching, and until I see you all again, this is Vargas XX78 signing out.